Howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have the first Austin Dillon release of 2021, and I tell you what, I am super excited for this one. Finally, we get a number 3 diecast, and without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. Here we go, folks. Right out of the good old box, brand new. And it's so crazy to think that this car, I believe, ran at the Daytona 500, and it did not get released until late December. So, just a wee bit behind. But finally, the Austin Dillon fans of the Gen 6 finale can rejoice. We have this diecast. So, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet Camaro. So you get the Austin Dillon name banner right there. It's going to be pretty interesting with the new name banners for the Gen 7 era. They did change them up because apparently there's some type of roof scoop or something on the front windshields. Interesting to know. Got Bass Pro Shops right there. Tracker Off-Road. Go to the front of the car here. You definitely kind of have like some lowrider pinstriping going on in the front of the car. Definitely interesting. Got RCR right there. Chevrolet bow tie, number 3. Get the Sunoco decals there. Let's go to the left side of this diecast, guys. And, you know, this is a card that I think a lot of people forgotten about, but this is something we're usually getting very early in the season. The Austin Dillon primary, or one of his, you know, many paint schemes. And I just find it crazy that we did not get this diecast until the year of the flood. It is absolutely incredible. So you got Austin Dillon right there with his Twitter handle. You got Lucas Oil Off-Road, Sherwin-Williams, Coca-Cola. You got Tree, whatever the biff that is. Tracker Off-Road. You got Get Biofuel right there. Dow Chemical and Work Rise, whatever the biff that is. American Ethanol Ring right there. Cup Series race car. Goodyear. Now, the whole paint scheme of this car is actually really interesting to me. So it is pretty much just a gloss black paint job with a canopy of day glow orange. And I do believe this is true day glow decal because it is pretty potent here in the studio. But it has some very thin pinstriping around the whole car. Now, this is a car that's definitely, it's got some mixed results in terms of fan feedback. A lot of people have told me they like this car. A lot of people have told me they don't like this car. I'll kind of have my opinion on that a little bit later in the video. Let's get the Kuma decal right there. A Tracker Off-Road, Bass Pro Shops, number 3, Camaro Z01 1LE. I will say, though, that little orange stripe right here that kind of comes onto the bumper looks very, very clean right there. I like that. Very, very good looking back into the car. Go to the right side of this diecast here. We do see a little bit of some oopsies here. Maybe a little bit of a raced version, so to speak. You do have the Tracker Off-Road decal with a small little scuff right there. I believe there's a little bit of an overhang there. And there's a scuff right there on the race car decal. But then again, you know, they make thousands of these things. You're going to have a few oopsies now and then. I will say, though, this diecast actually rolls pretty well when I took it out of the box. So that's really good for Duralast Cup Series racing. But as I noted, is that you see these little pinstripings around the car. Definitely a very unorthodox paint scheme. To say the least. Let's go to the roof of this car, fellas. Got the number 3 right here. I'm pretty sure this car is still in stock over there at Circle B Diecast. So if you're interested in picking up this diecast, or perhaps getting the first ever Tyler Reddick diecast of 2021, the Cheddar's Camaro, make sure to go pre-order that, or it's probably in stock by now. So go ahead and order that one. If you want to get free shipping, guys, on any orders $20 or more, make sure to check out my promo code down below, Diecastbuffet, same as a YouTube channel name, no space in between, and you'll get free shipping on anything. So that means any order you get, you don't have to pay for shipping anymore. Think how many hundreds of dollars you're going to save every year on NASCAR Diecast, guys. All of your 2022 stuff, free shipping. Unbelievable good deal, guys. So you go to the back window here, and this is really interesting to me. Check this out. So this is like an entirely different back window panel, and I'm going to compare this just for sake of argument. Check this out right here. So the back window here has the Austin Dillon font, which personally I love that slanted font, very motorsports-esque. But look at the one on the left. The Bowman font is more natural to the front windscreen font. To me, I like the one on the right better, but I wish it was a little bit bigger, though. I like slanted fonts. It's very, very, you know, motorsports and fast and just looks good on race cars. Of course, you got Tracker Off-Road there, and that's why I use forward slanted fonts a lot when it comes to my, you know, artwork for the channel or thumbnails and stuff like that, because I just think it looks pretty good. But nonetheless, though, this is definitely a car that's hit or miss to me, and I think this is really funny, guys. But when I first saw this diecast, or the car rather, on track, I said this is one of the worst looking Austin Dillon Bass Pro Shops cars I've ever seen. But I gotta say something, fellas. Now that I'm holding the diecast, this is a classic example of when the diecast looks so much better than the real deal. For some reason, the real car to me just looks so plain. It looked so plain. It looked like it was a huge downgrade. And I'm not saying it isn't a downgrade from 2020's Bass Pro Shops car. But I will say this, though. The 1/64 scale of this diecast looks 10 times better than the real race car. So I got to give them props for pulling that one off. It looks really good on a diecast. And in fact, I think it actually looks pretty good, honestly. I just think it looks very good as a diecast. Not great, but looks very good. Also for the box design, still wish we could have got some day glow. That would have been really cool, you know. Why couldn't they have like a custom box design that has like the Bass Pro Shops fish, you know, jumping out of the water? Maybe have like a river or a creek, and then have like one of their tracker off-road vehicles on the side. You know, they could have really worked up this box and make it look really cool. You know, in all reality, you know when they make those posters or something you would see at a gas station or a store that says, oh, Brad Keselowski Keystone Light or Jimmy Johnson with Lowe's, you know, the cardboard cutouts and etc. If they could take some of the artwork that they have already drawn up for stuff like that and just copy and paste it and put it on the box, I would love that. I think that would look fantastic. Just, you know, make the whole background, you know, maybe make a nature, outdoor style. I think that would look really cool. But nonetheless, though, this is definitely a really cool looking diecast. Certainly a much better 1/64 than the real car. The real car to me just doesn't look right. But a great example of the diecast actually looking significantly better. And of course, we have plenty more of diecast review here on the channel, guys. Speaking of an outdoors style paint scheme, I guess you could call it a farmland paint scheme. Got the Kevin Hartbush for the farmer's car coming up pretty soon. Ross Chastain, that's going to be a great review. That's a brand new McDonald's paint scheme there. Very interesting. There's like no wording on that thing too, which reminds me of the Kyle Busch paint schemes. Joey Logano, Darlington throwback. That's a very, very cool looking paint scheme. And we have one of the final 2020 releases right here, guys, that everyone has already forgotten about. The Austin-centric diecast. Look, don't sleep on this car, fellas. Get it while you can. I don't think it's going to dry up. I really don't. Maybe if Austin-centric wins a Cup championship, but I just think this is a really obscure car, and with it being the end of the 2020 release, you know, we only have, I think, the Corley Joey 32 Plan B sales car. This is going to be a car a lot of people are going to sleep on and forget, and they're going to wish they had it down the road. So I would recommend picking that one up while you can. But nonetheless, so my honest rating of this car, I'm going to give it a 8.7 out of 10. Going into this, I was thinking more of a 7.5, but I don't know what they did. Maybe the logos are bigger. Maybe there's more logos on the diecast, but certainly a much better 1/64 scale replica than the real deal. I will say the pinstriping around the front's a little too much, but the side panels look really, really good. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you can, please give the video a huge thumbs up. I would love you forever for that. And if you want to see more NASCAR Diecast reviews, I plan on trying to review every single 2021, every single 2022, and 2020 Diecast right here on the channel. So it's a great opportunity to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the newest NASCAR Diecast 1/64 releases. And with all that being said, folks, Daytona is almost here. Diecastbuffet. God bless. Signing off.